Okay, so let's just dive into this one. So something that's important to note is this right here will help us with the front page in all aspects, where this is the equation of standard form for equation of a circle, where H and K, that's the center point of the circle, and R is the radius. All right, and then just some side notes is when we're dealing with the center is change sign. What do I mean by that is, since it's minus H and minus K, if you're plugging in positive numbers, they will look negative when you plug it in. And if you're plugging in negative numbers, you have minus a negative and it will become positive. And radius, just be aware when we in our equation, it's squared. All right, so let's just dive into it. We got the center point right here. What's the coordinates of the center is 2, 3. All kinds of ways to find the radius, but this is the easiest way. Can't always do this, but can do it a lot of times, is just count it. The radius is 2. All right. So, what do we got here? Okay, and don't you forget that HK is the center point. So I'm going to plug 2, 3 into this equation, and it's going to be super duper easy. We're going to have x minus 2 parentheses squared plus y minus 3 parentheses squared. And then we're going to plug in 2 for the radius, and since it's 2 squared, it's going to equal 4. That's literally it. That's all you got to do. Okay, over here, we got this as the center point. Now be careful, something in hindsight, not thrilled with this problem because it's counting by threes. It's a little quirky, it's a little goofy. That center point's actually negative 3, 3, or negative 3, negative 3, because we are counting by threes. And then we have the radius here, which appears to be 3, but since we're counting by 3, it's actually 9. 3, 6, 9. All right, so what do we got here? We got this standard form for equation, and it's literally just plugging and chugging again. And I guess I'll be really raw when I plug in the numbers, where I have minus a negative, and I'll have 9 squared. All right, so it might look like this when you plug it in initially, but always make it as simple as possible. It just looks prettier to the eye. All right, right now this equation I'm writing looks beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, amazing. All right. Now I'm going to copy and paste this junk here, because the next problems I'm doing are the same exact but different. All right, what do I mean by that? It literally just gives us the center and it just gives us the radius. So these are the same problems as above, where x minus 8, y minus negative 6 equals 6 squared. All right, I just took this center, plugged it in, took this radius, plugged it in. I'll simplify it, make it look a little prettier, although all the equations are pretty. I don't want to discriminate against any equations. I find beauty in all of them. And then last one, where we got the center, we got the radius, so we're just going to go ahead and plug that in. And I'll keep it simple this time. You might want to do it in 2 steps, but by your final step, it should look like that. Cool beans. All right, so these first 4, we're literally just writing standard form of equations. All right, now we're going to determine if the following point lies inside, on the circumference, or outside of the circle. You must show your work to receive points. All right, so this is the rule right here. If x minus h squared plus y minus x squared, if it equals r squared, then the point is on circle. If x minus h squared plus y minus x squared is greater than r squared, then it's outside the circle. The point will lie on the outside. And then last case, if this right here is true, then it lies inside the circle. All right, so all you do is plug these numbers in, 6 goes into x, 11 goes in for y. All you do is plug those numbers in and compute. So I'm going to have 6 plus 2 squared plus 11 minus 5 squared. All right, let's compute that number, where we're going to get 6 plus 8 is 2, 11 minus 5 is 6. We're going to get 64 plus 36. We're going to get 100. All right, on this right-hand side, we should have had 100 the whole time. And since it turns out they equal, this point 611, in the graph of this circle right here, the point would lay on the circle. Okay. So same exact problem over here, it's just different, where we're going to go -9 plus 2 squared plus -2 minus 5 squared. Let's go ahead and compute that number, where we're going to get -7 squared plus -7 squared. So we're going to get 49 plus 49, or 98. And again, we're comparing it to this 100. So since 98 is less than 100, using these rules over here, the point is inside the circle.